Okay, I thought I'd do something fairly simple. Today, I wanted to go over my 10 most fun heroes in the entirety of Overwatch. These are not actually my favorite all time. These are just the characters that I find to be the most fun to play and could play game to game, game to game to game to game. So we'll just kick off right away with Reaper at number 10. I think Reaper's pretty fun. I think he's unfortunately a little limited in terms of how much fun you can have across every game because he's a shotgun character and he's quite a simple kit, but I think it is extremely fun just to go on these long flanks as Reaper. I think Dire Triggers added a lot to this character and made him even more fun. And then the really quick TP perk. There's something bad about a character that is just really simple and easy, but can be so fun. They just, I think, should be acknowledged. You know, you have a really simple character, extremely fun to play. Every now and then I go on a little bit of a Reaper arc, you know, every few months or whatever, I might just grind out an entire day of Reaper. But otherwise, not as fun as some other heroes, so he's going to be number 10. Now this one's interesting, Ashe at number 9. Now Ashe used to be my favorite or second favorite character, or second was fun. Like I have a significant amount of time on Ashe. As things go, I don't find her as fun anymore. I think it's just not that interesting to me. But still, if I was able just to play random games, I think playing Ashe is still a ton of fun. She is the most fun hit scan in the entire game. Her gun is just so satisfying. Coach Run is such a fun tool. Dynamite, what a crazy cooldown. Being able to shoot dynamite is just one of the most satisfying things ever. So, sort of that enjoyment of hit scan has definitely gone down quite a lot. And so Ashe does only really rank at that 9 spot. At 8, I have Ball. I don't play too much Ball, but I have to acknowledge that this character is extremely fun. The tank picks here, because I try to include a couple tanks just to keep it nice and fair, are not as weighted as some of the other ones because I have such a less amount of time on this role. So, you know, take it all with a grain of salt. But Ball is fun because the movement is fun. I love moving. You'll notice that there's a trend for some characters coming up. I really do like movement in games, and Ball has one of the coolest movement cooldowns in the entire game. And he's one of those tanks that feels very self-sufficient and feels like you don't get bullied around quite a lot when you play Ball, and that definitely makes him way more fun than some of the other tanks. He's not perfect in any means. I still don't really like the way his guns work. There's something about it, it's just not that fun to me. But the movement, the slamming, the self-sufficiency as a tank is just super fun and engaging. Next is Mei. Mei is a great character. I really think Mei is an underrated, underappreciated character. Wall is such a fun cooldown. Her ability to duel on angles is incredibly overlooked. She has 300 health, self-sustain, and a 2-tap. Like, she can really take so many fights. The only thing that's really missing with me and Mei is just, she's just slow. And now if she had mobility, like that would be really broken. But she doesn't have like any form of actual like speed mobility. She can, you know, shift us. She can use E to boost herself up, but it's not quite the same as horizontal mobility, right? The reason this character is so fun is because she's far less of just mechanics or just, you know, raw aim and stuff like that. She's a lot more thought focused, you know, really well-timed walls, well-placed walls, knowing how to play your angles and take these really long trades because you're just so good at it. She's very fun to be played in those comps with like Lucio and Ryan and stuff. When I played briefly for a college team, I played Mei, and that's super fun. I think that definitely boosts Mei up a lot. I think she's one of the more fun characters to play in an organized environment or playing with a duo, playing with a stack. But that lack of mobility does just keep her a little more down on the list. Next I have is Farah. I've really enjoyed Farah in the last year, you know, the rework and everything like that. I mean, that rework was probably 2 years ago now, but still, I just think she has such a fun set of mobility. 3 cooldowns that act as mobility. Obviously, Conk, you can knock people as well, but you can also knock yourself. And you've got Fuel. She's a really hyper-mobile character that can play on all these vertical maps, which is really interesting to have a really vertically dominant character. She is a little broken right now. I think she's a little overtuned, but it doesn't make her any less fun. She's a super satisfying character when hit direct hits. There's nothing better than conking someone off of a wall and then hitting the direct hit. It's so good. And just her ability to rotate in and out is so satisfying. Like when you hit like a full movement rollout combo, it's great. It's such a fun character that I feel like more people should play, and I don't think people realize how fun the character is. Like, I don't think people understand that you don't have to just fly in the air permanently and spam down rockets. Like, you can actually take these really interesting angles and move around the map pretty quickly. Like her cooldowns aren't that long, so you can afford to use your resources to even reach the angle, chill for a bit, and then engage. Yeah, I definitely would play Farah more if I was still a DPS player, but fortunately, that was not the case. Now, kind of on the opposite side, Ana, very, very immobile character, but I do really enjoy Ana. I think Ana's super fun. I used to enjoy her a lot more, but I don't know, as time's gone on, I've preferred some other characters, but she's super, super fun. I think just being able to just sit back and she's very relaxed sometimes. Obviously, into like hard dive, she's not, but sometimes I just want to chill and like a quick play and play Ana. Like, I think that's just, she's just really good for that. Like, I just like to sit and you just kind of shoot from range, and shots are quite easy to land anyway. And sleep darts are so satisfying. Nade is so satisfying. She's a really satisfying character. I think she has one of the more satisfying gameplay loops of any character. Like, she's just got these big burst, like, oh my god, that was so good moments. Like, nano boost is just like an instant big value moment. Sleep, big value moment. Nade, big value moment. Even with the headshot perk, she just, you know, one-shot someone. Big value moment. Very satisfying character. And she requires quite a decent amount of like being able to read the game and understand the game, because she's so immobile. She needs to be constantly rotating and understanding where the fight is being taken. And I think that's very engaging. I find that really fun. I like thinking about the game state a lot. So yeah, on a definitely number 5. The last tank of it all, we've got Winston. Winston is just the best tank. I have made a whole dive into why Winston is the best tank. He's so fun. It's something about that mix of mobility, that satisfying stage drop, bubble, jump out setup. Like, he has a really fun gameplay loop that's just really satisfying for some reason. You jump to a place, you set up, conserve your health, drop, disrupt everyone, bubble, and then you just jump out and you keep repeating that, and it's so satisfying to do. Primal is a really fun ult. Yes, I'm terrible at it, but it's a really fun ult, one of the most fun ults, because it's not just an ult that you press and it does something. You transform for 8 seconds and have to do a very mechanically difficult. And also, Winston again is a character that doesn't win through pure mechanics and aim and things like that, because he doesn't have to aim. It's more about that outthinking the enemy, understanding what to do, when to do it, where to be, things like that. And I find that really, really satisfying. Again, it just scratches an itch. And Winston's the perfect tank for that. And I actually think he doesn't get that bullied. He can if you're bad, but I think he's one of those characters that doesn't need to like frontline and take all this pressure. He just has these brief tempo, like moments of things happening. And if he plans around them accordingly and uses the bubble well, you won't get like hindered, slept, naded, bashed, whipped. Like, you know what I mean? You can play around that stuff. And I think that's really, really good. Some tanks just struggle to play around that regardless of how good you are. But Winston feels like you can kind of do anything as long as you get good enough. Next up, it's a fairly new pick for me, actually. No, not the cat. Is Lucio. Again, I like mobility. I like thinking. Like, Lucio's a perfect pick here. Wall riding is just fun. I think it's something that I always thought about. Like, oh, hey, that looks cool, but I would never want to learn that. It would take too long. Blah, blah, blah. And then one day I just did it. And I'm not a perfect wall rider or Lucio player, but wall riding is so fun. It is something that I am shocked that Lucio isn't more popular. I don't know if it's just the wall riding is almost too difficult that it puts off people. Like, it's almost one of those things. But it's such a fun thing to be able to do, and so unique. No other character can really quite do what Lucio is able to do, and just move at that speed. Like, speed, wall riding, that's so fun. And also, on top of that, unironically, his boop is so fun. I love disruption abilities. I think they're so cool. And Lucio's boop is so satisfying to hit, and booming people off the map is just the best feeling ever. And also, from just like a macro perspective and like how Lucio's played, it's not just about the kit of wall riding and shooting people. I really, really like the main support approach, where you're marking angles, you're controlling side lanes, and you're doubling up with a DPS, and you're moving your team around the map, or you're engaging the team in at one point, disengaging, hiding, playing for beat, you know, tracking ults, like that kind of main support playstyle I just love. And Lucio is obviously a main support, and so that's what you're doing, and I just really, really, really enjoy that. And playing Lucio with a duo, extremely fun. I mean, like, you just play with a DPS duo and you just speed them around the map the whole time. It's amazing. Like, how could you not enjoy that? And sometimes, look, it's fun to just troll on Lucio. Like, it's actually fun just to like Intin has never been more fun than playing Lucio. Okay, and now we're down to our last 2. Our penultimate hero is Tracer. Of course. I mean, Tracer's just, she's Overwatch. Like, it's just so fun. Blinks are just incredible moving tool. I mean, if I just go one by one through this, blinks are just so fun. The way that you can blink every direction, up stuff even, and, you know, blink melees. Great rotation tool, mid-fight dodge tool, the stuff where you blink through someone and blink back. Like, it's like a dodge tool. It's so fun. And that paired with recall allows you to take, you know, these aggressive fights, these interesting duels, and then just go back to where you were. And just the playstyle of this like flanker, like angle marker is so fun. It's something I really enjoy. Such a satisfying character when you execute them correctly. Like, she's not just this hardcore like fight people thing. She sets up at an angle, she's patient, she waits, and she fights what's on that lane, and she's a cleanup, like, she's the best at like cleaning up fights. Like those messy ends of the fights, she just pops out at the right time with full health and all her blinks. You just clean up fights. So satisfying to play, and just because she's so hard to master, she always feels engaging because you're always learning and improving, and that core loop of learning and improving is just what makes the game fun. And Tracer is, yeah, just has so much to learn and do. She's just so engaging. Also, unironically, pulse bomb is a really fun ult, even though yes, I probably whiff more than half of my pulse bombs. When they do stick, it is so satisfying. Like, it is just pure dopamine when a pulse bomb sticks. Especially if you like blink 180'd into it or something, or like tossed it at someone mid-movement. Like, that is just satisfying. And there's no other word for it. I think she's one of my most played characters in quick play, because when I just want to mess about and have fun, I do just pick Tracer. Like, I've obviously played Tracer a lot in comp from it, but then kind of, you know, I play support a bit more now. But if she was, you know, if this game was open queue, I probably would be playing Tracer equally as much as some of the other characters. She's just that good. She's just that good. And watching high-level Tracer play is amazing. One of the most fun characters in the entire game. Alright, moving on. The most fun character for me is Brigitte. I think everyone would know this. One of my more played characters. She's climbing now. I still have morals on Tracer, but, you know, Brig's been one of my favorite characters for the last maybe 2 years. I'd say the last year or so, she's definitely become my favorite. She's just the most fun for me. I think all the cooldowns are fun. Like, just whip, bash, hitting people with the whip, you know, mace to the face is super fun. And there's no character really like that has that sort of like fantasy of the shield mace thing. Like, obviously, like, Ryan has a shield, but he's not quite, you know, as quick and responsive as Brig is. But also, just the way Briggs plays, man, I can't explain why it's so satisfying. She is less of a sudden burst of value or sudden good play character. She's the like death by 1,000 cuts thing, where you're making so many small incremental decisions over the course of a fight, and if so long as you make a bunch of really good decisions, you win that fight. Like, it's like a slow burn. Like, the more, like, if you're just on an angle and you just keep denying that Tracer, just like slowly, bit by bit, she just can't get through, your team eventually win. You just win, because you'll be healing your team by doing so, and you'll also be keeping your team safe by not allowing a Tracer on. And it's just that small push-pull that's just so engaging. And Brig has one of my favorite things, which I just find, it's such a cheese thing, but it's so fun, is when you live in the situation where no other character really could live. Like, you're fighting someone who will just beat you, but you're playing cover perfectly. Like, you're dodging and weaving between things, you're holding out your shield, you're, you know, hiding in corners, like only peeking when you can hit, and like, you can just waste so much time playing Brig. You can make people just absolutely feed it into you. Such a fun loop. I like Rally. I think Rally's also incredible. Rally's so fun. There's nothing better than just bash, Q, bash again, whip. Like, in those combos are so good. And Brig is ultimately even more fun now with that perk where she speeds up when she bashes. It changes a lot. It makes her so much stronger. She can take way more aggressive little angles and then bash out and just get out of there really quickly because of the speed boost. She's benefited a lot from that perk, in my opinion. And I will continue to play Brig till the end of time. She is a really fun character. I don't think she's even she's third most played. I mean, like, look, my hours are not even that crazy across these things. But yeah, and to answer the question of like, oh, where's Sombra? Because you see Sombra at number 1. I really have not liked Sombra in the last year, and I think most Sombra players do not like Sombra anymore. As you probably have noted, you know, you check like seasons and stuff. Like, Sombra just hasn't really been played personally by me for a very long time. Yeah. Because she's not very fun anymore. And so why put her on a fun list if she's not very fun? Like, if this was like my favorite character of all time, then yeah, she'd be on there. But no. Anyway, that's my personal list. We'll go over it again. It was Reaper, Ashe, Ball, Mei, Pharah, Ana, Winston, Lucio, Tracer, and Brig. The most fun characters in the entire game.